Welcome back to another pro player coaching episode. Today we're going to be looking at Trickstars, and it's going to be guided through by Michael State here, who is, I guess, Bling Burn famous for that. Tell us about yourself.
What's up, guys? It's State here. Me and Joe, big shout out to Joe. We're the ones that essentially innovated the deck in the TCG.
Oh, really?
Apparently, the video that I first made with the deck, Joe told me to play it just because it was a fun deck, and I ended up getting 13th at a big Florida regional with it during the zoo format. And I noticed the deck can do a lot if it can deal with zoo. Like it can deal with a lot of shit, and obviously like that was the literal Bling Burn era because you played like Dark Room of Nightmare, Disturbance Strategy to combo with Licorice, but like. And then it evolved, and a lot of people liked the deck, and I fell in love with the deck, and I've been playing it since, let's say, August of last year. So definitely a fun deck. It rewards good players for playing around certain cards, and it also rewards good deck building because you see some of the decks being put out into the social media that are just like good, and then you see some of the just most horrendous things you've ever seen, and you can just see who does well with the deck, whatever. But I mean, me personally, I have just had awful luck in big events with it. I either open up like no starter cards sometimes when I really need a starter card, or like I don't see a hand trap when I go second, which is just percentage wise just not really likely to happen most of the time, but it does happen. Yeah, no, it's definitely a fun deck. We'll go through some of the plays when Nadir's going to be playing.
Yep. Okay, perfect. So just before we begin, here's the deck list. So you can take a look at it and tell us what you think about it. As always with this series, I get the player to look through the deck list that I pilot it. Well, actually, this shout outs to Jason for getting me this replay again, and so this is his list here. And yeah, they're just going to guide us through the plays, what you should be thinking about, how you should be approaching the duel, what kind of things should be on your mind, and how you play around certain things. And this is his list here. So what are your thoughts on this?
So my initial list, it looks like everything. There are so many cards that are like you have to play. Like for example, the Drolls, Ashes, Scapegoat, Strike. I think is mandatory because it's such a good card going first. Now a lot of people it's like 50-50 in, I guess, the quote-unquote trickster group about Eater Millions. My personal opinion on it is I don't think it's main deck worthy because, in my opinion, it's sleeper bait. That's what it does. That's what everybody thinks it does. But Eater Millions is just Eater Millions is meant for more so to. If you have Gofu, this deck doesn't have that many extenders that you can just summon Eater Millions, bait out the sleeper, and then do a better play to out their board. This deck isn't really good with dealing with boards other than Scapegoat, and that takes a turn to set up. So like Eater Millions sort of conflicts in that way, but I'd personally only side it against like the Mirror and like other Rogue decks because it's only good against Rogue, and like at big events, you're more than likely going to be playing against a lot of Spiral, and I just don't think it's that good against Spiral because again, it forces a sleeper pop. But what are you gonna do after they sleeper pop? Like nothing. So that's my honest opinion about Eater Millions. The side deck card, I personally side it. So there's that.
Okay.
Ogre, I personally would rather play Reaper in the main than Reaper in the main than Ogre at 3 this time. 3 Reaper is correct. But yeah, Reaper is definitely a god card right now against the Spiral deck because without Helix, their boards are just nowhere near good. They can't summon Master Plan. Like, what does the deck do? It just summons like little monsters that you can out with like just Scapegoat, and it makes your life a lot easier than like pretend you have Ogre. You're either forced to Ogre or Resort, which they can just activate another Resort anyway and do the same thing, or you're forced to Ogre a Helix, which in turn lets them go into search Sleeper and still create a good board of Sleeper. Sleeper is just a good board. Like, You can't get over that card in this deck other than Regeki. But then again, they're more than likely going to have Last Resort with it, so that's a problem in itself. Whereas Reaper just solves that problem entirely rather than Ghost Ogre. But Ghost Ogre is also good against Rogue, so like that it all depends on what your preference is. My personal preference is just Reaper. I played in the ARG this weekend. Every time I resolved Reaper, I won that game. It was just fantastic.
So any
What
other
else?
options and stuff you'd consider like playing in this deck, either main or side?
I like my list is so similar to this, so like I can't even like go into it. I personally only like 2 Desires because like drawing into a second one, you in this specific deck you can't really resolve 2 without you getting super lucky and not banishing any of your engine cards in the 20 cards that you banish. So I personally only play 2. Let's see. There cards that you can main. What's in my deck? That's a good idea. Mind Crush is very good in the mainer side, since literally every deck searches, and it also gives you information on whether or not you want to reincarnation. Because with Mind Crush, there's no such thing as a blind reincarnation, because that card gives you knowledge on whether or not your reincarnation is worth it. What else? The artifact cards that have popped into Resurgence since this last event, definitely either in the main or side. I love the artifacts because definitely going second Spiral, they want to use their Spiral Tough and Super Agent to pop back row, and when they get hit by that, the game is like over, like more than likely. So that's just an instant blowout. Other than that, everything looks fine. Evenly's obviously a great card. Keep that in there. Heavy Storm Duster is great for the people that play around reincarnation, setting their spells and trap first. That punishes. Well, it doesn't punish them, but like it just puts you in a more advantageous position because they're forced to do that. Otherwise, they'll lose to reincarnation draw. Let me see the extra. ABC, I don't think ABC is worth it in the extra because like ABC is just like not relevant right now. Once Spiral goes away, it's like it'll be okay. But other than that, the extra is like staple. I can't. There's like the button covering it. Is there Akashic Magician in here?
Holy Angel, Helix, Proxy, Ningirsu, Radiant, Double Link Spider, Ebe, Firewall, and Decode and Borrowload.
Okay, so when I first put Akashic Magician in my deck, I didn't think it was going to do a lot, but Akashic Magician is probably one of the most used extra deck monsters in my extra deck because it just outs so many cards, and it also combos with the Kaijus in my side deck, so you can Kaiju multiple things. You summon the Kaiju in an extra monster zone directing to it, and then you summon Akashic, bouncing back your Kaiju. It's just super cool in that aspect. But other than that, the list looks solid.
All right. Well, let's get into the play. We are playing. I'm actually not sure. I believe it's invoked. I'm not 100%, but we're going first here. Opening hand. Double Desire is unfortunate, but
you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
So we're gonna Desires first. Strike and Eater of Millions. All right. So no starters. What do you do in this scenario? You just set pass.
Yeah. I personally would set the. In some situations, I'd set the Lily Bell because reincarnation going to graveyard, it gives reincarnation added value if they somehow pop it. But either way, I mean, if you draw like a Licorice, it makes the. Well, I personally would set Lily Bell to BH. That's just me. Because it protects you because you have strike. I don't know. It's 50-50. I would set the Lily Bell in this situation.
Okay. So going straight into Invocation after setting 2. What are your thoughts at this point? Like, because I would be very confused as to why my opponent's setting 2 then using Invocation.
I mean, there's nothing you can do there. My question is, why is he not summoning the Alistair?
That's actually a good point.
Yeah, because now his invocation is like useless in the grave. All right.
Perhaps he's on some next level.
That.
Oh, okay. So he wants the normal summon, maybe? I mean, you could do that anyway with the Alistair searching knowledge.
Yeah.
Set rotation. So he's giving him Summon Breaker.
Mm,
He's actually got 2 Summon Breakers out on the field
that's
right now.
fine.
Oh no, he's got Meltdown. Alright.
That's. I would probably. I'd probably ash that because one of his cards is knowledge. I would.
Yep, that's what he does.
Yeah, but no, that was. I think that was incorrect because now his invocation
Is live.
had it back. Yeah.
Alright, yeah, actually that's a really good point. Is it possible to Ash ring Invocation? I don't think so.
Ashing the ad effect? No.
Right, okay. So normal summon Alistair now. He's done this like in a strange order, but yeah. What's kind of the game plan against Invoked? Is it like a good matchup? Is it bad?
If they get their engine going, meaning using Alistair and recycling it once or twice, unless you have like Scapegoat to back you up or Gofu, then it's gonna be a hard match because this deck produces so much advantage, and like it can produce big monsters, which this deck inherently has a problem against. But in this situation, you have Eater Million, so it's okay. But generally, if you don't have like Eater or Scapegoat, it's a very hard matchup because you can't deal with like big monsters like Mechba.
He's negating the Ash on the knowledge, and then he's striking the Merkaba. So that's that outed. Unless he's got a second invocation, then it should be safe for the turn, I suppose. Well, actually, we know he searched the second invocation, don't we?
Yeah, that wasn't.
So,
I would have just let it resolve and then summon Eater of Millions, and then attack into Mechba. He's going to use the effect to banish the Eater, and then you strike that.
okay. Would you have asked
Now-
the
No, Ashing the Knowledge was correct
okay.
because that's like Ashing a Desires. Draw 2. You don't want your opponent drawing 2.
Yeah. I would just think right, okay. Right, I see where you're going. Alright. Next turn, light stage, that's kinda good. I guess
He has
this
to.
Summon Breaker card's really weird because it doesn't stop him from doing anything.
I actually was thinking about doing some next level shit. I was siding 3 Metaverse and the Summon Breaker against like Spiral when they would conduct their third summon of a turn. Their turn ended because you can Metaverse it out when they do their second summon, so they're forced to not summon anymore. That was cool.
Is the Summon Breaker like conducts their third summon? Okay, right. Okay. So you can kind of I see where you're going with that. Did you ever try that?
I did. It worked once, but like it was super gimmicky because, it was cool, but not like, oh my god, this is definitely like the best card.
Yeah.
But,
So this is a really good situation, I think, right? I mean, you're up so much.
Yeah,
He doesn't have
absolutely.
anything for the Merkaba.
this game should be win one. Yeah, I wouldn't even summon the Mechba if he has nothing to discard. Like, does he have a what's the thing's name? Does he have an Alistair in the Banished?
Yes, he does.
Oh,
He's got Invocation Engrave.
oh, and Scapegoat. All right, and then draw Fizz Maxi. All right, and actually, I would not have Maxied because that's 8 cards. Maybe he might deck you out. I don't know. Maybe.
It's a good point, actually.
It seems hard. It seems hard, but at the same time, not.
I think with 8 cards left, you would have to you'd have to be playing like so many like Blink Spiders or something like terrible like that. Let's see what he goes for.
You could do some crazy firewall stuff. This is a interesting game state.
So he's
Yeah.
going into Mrs. Radiant. He's going Ebe as well. Link
He's
Spider.
trying to deck it.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's going to send the Ib.
So he's ogering the Ningirsu, but
He can just Ib save it.
right,
Which is, I mean, yeah, you might as well. Wow.
he did do it.
Okay.
Am I missing something?
I don't know if my good eye caught that, but that should be the Ib should be graveyard, and the Nigirisu should stay on the field. Weird.
If I'm also this card points will be destroyed, you can send this card to the grave instead. Okay.
Yep.
Alright, so he's going for the Earth dude. And I don't think there's any more special summons he can really conduct.
Nope.
Unless... No, I can't think of anything.
I don't know why.
So we're pretty Gucci right now, I think.
Your plays. You have like no Trickstars left in your deck, so you just normal summon Lilybell and then bounce to summon.
And then you out the big guy with Eater of Millions.
Yep. Wait, what?
He's going into Link Spider.
Oh. Okay. Is he drawing a card? It's a. Is it a vanilla normal monster?
I believe, yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah.
Yeah, because you can Emerald back Gaia, so that is correct.
Megalancia isn't a normal monster, it's a non-effect monster.
Does it say normal on the vanillas?
Yeah, it says one normal monster.
It doesn't. They don't say normal monster on them. But then again, the border's different.
So I guess that does make sense, the idea that it's like... It is like a vanilla, but it's not like, you know, a normal monster.
Yeah. Yeah, I never thought about that either. That's never come up.
Goes into proxy instead. Oh.
What?
One more
Okay.
summon and he would have had game.
Oh no, he would have needed two. Oh.
No, he would have just one more.
That's why he did that. That's good. And
So you still win in the scenario, right? Well, looks tough.
does Eater have to banish?
I think it's optional actually. At the start of damage that this card battles, you can banish that opponent's monster face down.
So these Eater millions are gonna be big.
So what are you thinking that you do here?
So depending on how big the Eater million is, yeah, you just banish all of your hand and then
And then you attack into Proxy Dragon for like game, is what you're thinking?
yeah, that's 36 banished. 36 36, 37. They're 37. That's 2,300 damage. That's 100 off. Oh, no. Then he's going to draw for turn. This is game. He's going to double summon Licorice, attack into the proxy. That's 2,300 damage. And then Lilybell's going to special herself again. Attack for 1,000. He'll be at 24. And then he'll be at 100 life. And then when he draws for turn, he's dead.
Oh, yeah, of course. Trickstars.
Bling burn.
Bling bar. Alright, game 2. So signing up just now, what do you put in against the Invoked matchup?
There's no Mechma in the extra deck, so the Cherries is out. Cosmic Cyclone, no. I would put Dark Hole. Chaos Trap Hole, if you're going first. Evenly Match, I would definitely put in.
Really?
And going second, I think I would. Because his deck looks like it sets back row, more than likely. He's going first. He might side strike. I probably would. I mean, there's nothing else like I would do. Ogre sort of sucks. Sort of. But not really. I generally side out a Scapegoat going second. And...
So
I generally set up strikes because strikes aren't good. Strike is not good in this matchup, I think.
I don't think Max C is that great against this.
Yeah, Max is not good.
So if we go second, probably like maybe just the evenlies.
Evenly and Dark Hole.
Yeah. Okay.
So cut one. For me, I would do a Scapegoat, the Maxi, and maybe keep the Maxi in since he's playing Scapegoat, and I just side out a Scapegoat and 3 strike.
You set out the strikes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get into it. He's probably gonna go first. Yep, that's what he chooses to do. So let's see. Opening hand.
Wow.
This looks nice.
That hand is a bonk.
You think Invoked is like a tough matchup?
Sort of, yeah. Like I said before, it just puts out big monsters, and this deck has a hard time dealing with big monsters, bigger than 1900. What up, Tough and Helix? Because Candina single-handedly outs Helix and Agent and Tough, because you can just summon Candina, search Lilybell, special Lilybell, and make Holly Angel, and just attack over it. Wow.
So he's not done anything.
This hand, the nuts.
What do you like think at this point? Because I'd just be like, my first question always is just like, why aren't you fusing?
Yeah, I probably would have terraforming there first.
To try.
God, we all know my luck with Pot of Desires, banishing 3 ofs. So I'm just so skeptical whenever I activate Desires and I have terraforming in my hand.
So this is all going to go through. So what do you get with Candina here? Just Licorice?
Yes.
Gofu. Maxi.
Oh my god.
That's not too bad. I mean, you can just like normal summon attack, set, or I mean, would you continue?
I would normal summon Candina. I would not want to give this deck cards at all because they have the spellbook engine that gives them more cards, and it also gives them more monsters to fuse with. Also, drawing multiple invocation is crazy, so I would definitely not. Yeah, I definitely would play Terraforming first because you might as well see if people do Ash Terraforming for some godforsaken reason, and I don't know. That's fine.
So we've got Strike, Reincarnation, and the Scapegoat set. So we're not dying, but perhaps the one strike might not be enough to kind of see us through the commanding position. Although it depends, like, what your Reincarnation, like, what are you holding here? Okay, he's just going to use it.
I would never blind Reincarnation. Never, ever, ever, ever.
Interesting.
What are the chainlinks? How is the chainlink 3? He drew a card. Drawing cards doesn't start a chain.
Maybe it was the burn effects? I mean, that's continuous, right?
Yeah, they don't start a chain.
Right, yeah.
Good note, Trickster Burn does not start a chain.
So it was a pretty good hit on Reincarnation.
No. Lucky, yeah. Every time, usually when I do, back when I was starting to learn the deck, and I blind Reincarnation just for burn damage, it would end up giving my opponent a better hand. So, experience prevails here. Don't do that. Please don't do that unless you know they searched like a 1-of that is detrimental.
I think it's just because of the... So we knew he had Invocation. Maybe that's like why he hit it, because like he knew he had Invocation, and generally like if you get rid of Invocation, it's like really strong.
Yeah, but it's also a 3-of that is searchable two different ways. Actually 3, because Terraforming gets Meltdown, which gets Alistair, which gets Invocation, and then you can also draw a copy of Magical Meltdown or Alistair to get Invocation. So I just don't think the trade-off was worth it.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. I guess maybe because he was thinking like I've got Strike for the search, so he would have to hard draw Invocation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So he has one invocation. He has one banished and none engraved, right?
One banished, none engraved. No.
Alright.
So I mean, his best play here really is just a bunch of link stuff. So like, Radiant.
Double link.
Yep.
Oh wow. How does he have space for these cards?
Maybe he's not running Reaper. That's probably why. Right,
Reapers in every deck I play. I don't care. 3 Reapers are in my deck for now until Spiral die. Like,
so borrow load and set. So this is really kind of spooky.
and
we've topped
we
either
just got insanely lucky here.
though. That's a really good top deck.
That was insane.
Let's see what he goes for.
That literally won him the game. That literally won him the game.
How did Lilybell come out here?
He summoned Candina search for... Oh, I love doing this play. I think this is a game, absolutely, because you're going to... Oh, no. Alright, so yeah, you're going to banish... I would banish the token 100% for Eater Millions, because you're going to get more burn damage off of Holly Angel. I really hope he banishes the token, because that is just correct. Doesn't look like he's doing it. Yep, didn't do it. Because you would go Reincarnation to... What? What's he doing? Oh, okay, so he... Nope, that's incorrect. Because you can go Reincarnation, Special Lilybell onto her far right zone, whatever. Deals 400, 2 from Holly, 2 from stage. Holly Angel goes up by 2. And then attack with Lilybell directly for 1,000. Lilybell add Licorice, and then summon Licorice in the other zone she's pointing to, and deal another 400, and then Lilybell's effect will activate again, summoning her in another zone that Holly Angel is open, dealing another 400, and she would have gained 600 from that. And that would just be... That's actually, I think, over 8k. I'm not sure. Let me do the math. But yeah, I do that play a lot. In an open board, and it is crazy. And it also ends on Licorice, which is dealing another 400 damage. So we said 2,000 off Lilybells, 18, and I mean it's not game, but like
would that be game in the drop phase?
No, that's 6,400. But yeah, he's dead anyway. I don't know what happened here.
Okay. Maybe he thought like you couldn't banish tokens. It's because like they don't leave the field or whatever. I'm not sure.
Wait. Oh, for Eater Millions?
Yeah.
Here, can you put Eater Millions up? Oh, you can't banish them face down. That sucks.
Right. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
So Lilybell, get Licorice, and that is game. Huh.
All right.
All right. Any final closing thoughts on the Trickstars and the matchups and just what you've seen?
I mean, generally, a really good Spiral player should be able to beat the Spiral deck outright, as long as you open up like either Ash, Reaper, or Droll. Otherwise, if they resolve Helix, it is a very uphill battle that we have to fight. But this deck is very enjoyable. It gets even better because we get, what's her name, Bloody Mary, but she's called something else, I don't know. And we get like a bunch of new support. Like the Link support is going to be crazy. We're getting a searchable Premature Burial that does more. Like the deck's just going to get better. And if Reincarnation, even if Reincarnation goes to 1, which I think it should, because the Droll Reincarnation lock is crazy, the deck is still going to be playable because there's also Disturbance Strategy, which can be played. And I know Droll won't get hit because it's getting reprinted in that Kaiba thing. I'm 99% sure Konami's not going to hit it after it being one of the product's main selling points. This deck is definitely going to be good for a while, and I'm going to keep playing it for the most part.
I thought I saw you post the status saying you gave up on it.
Yeah, that was for Atlanta. I'm probably not going to play this for Atlanta if the Pendulum deck is going to be played. I actually really, really enjoy the Pendulum deck. I've been playing it for a while. I mean, not this Pendulum edition, like current format. I've been playing with Electrum and Needle Fiber. That deck is insane, and I actually have a lot of fun playing it. So I just want to give that deck a try at Atlanta. But yeah, I play this all the time. I literally have been playing Trickstar every single event since Zoo in August. So
that's a lot of Trickstar. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. This has been another episode of Pro Player Coaching. If you want to see another deck or whatever, let us know in the comment section what you would like to see and with who. Thank you again to Michael State for joining me today and for helping with the video. So thanks everyone. Comment, like,
not a problem,
subscribe.
guys. See you later.
See you later.